Hi everyone, this is the Kush Philosopher here from Ann Arbor on August 2012. Having another show, it looks like this afternoon, it's called Cannabis and Cosmic Mystery. That could get delayed till tomorrow. But anyways, I just want to talk a little bit about a book that I have here called Poems of Ecstasy and Blinding Light by Jeffrey Grupp. You can see the cover of that on your screen. This book seems to be... I don't really enjoy many things during cannabis consciousness for reasons explained in last Friday's show on postmodernism. Because, in cannabis consciousness, really, all anybody wants to do is just sit and feel and philosophize and wonder. But this book, but the cannabis user likes things that further that, promote that. Something like listening to the crickets in the summer night here in Ann Arbor. We'll do that. Or watching the art film Koyaanisqatsi. Katsi. We'll do that. Sometimes some thoughtful sitcoms. We'll do that, like Seinfeld or The Big Bang Theory. But this work of poetry really is doing it for me. Let me read a couple poems. I don't know, if you're not in cannabis consciousness, I don't know how excited you'll be about this. But if you are, you may see how this leads to the postmodern mystery, like we discussed on the first show last week. Check out this poem here. I find this quite amazing. This is page 45. This poem is called Female Suicide. These poems have a lot to do with sort of transcending life and death, the life and death fear, which that mystery emerges in cannabis consciousness. So anyway, here's what's called Female Suicide. Here's the poem. His poems caused her to kill herself. She died alone and in peace. Her regeneration has killed her. Oh, beautiful life. Atoms and concentration. Fair minx beneath the hag. Oh, wait, youthful girl. She dances with her lover. Primitive dance, swinging her head into oblivion. See, so as you can see, this poem is very preoccupied with inner consciousness, the mystery of, what our feelings are, what they're made of. And the poem is very much directed towards primitivism and, primitive ritual and that sort of simple existence, simple and often ecstatic existence. All these poems are very much like this. Very sort of advanced philosophy. Advanced but also retrograde. In other words, atavistic, looking to the past. In other words, sort of assuming that the past is more, past humans were more advanced than future humans or present day humans. Sort of in the way, maybe not just in the way that Walter Cruttenden suggests in his book Lost Star, Myth and Time, but just in the same way of thinking that, the Yuki of South America or the Bushmen of Africa, are more advanced in their hunter-gatherer ways of life. Their religion is more advanced, their philosophy is more advanced, their way of life is more advanced. All you need to do is pick up Henry David Thoreau's book Walden to see how the contrast, read the first 60 pages of that and see the contrast of the Indians versus the civilized people. And it's just shocking how misled modern Americans, modern world people are in thinking that their way of life is so advanced and others aren't. And clearly the opposite is true. But clearly only if you value material possessions to a great degree, then what I just said won't make any sense and will not be true. Only for those who are not very concerned with material possessions will that be the case. All right, now here's page 77. Listen to this one. This poem is amazing. It's called Goddess. All right, here's the poem. Beast woman, with one leg, one arm, and one breast. There is a kernel that is within her, quivering, pulsating. She reaches to feel it. Upon the touch, the primitive fire is ignited. Fire of ecstasy. Deterioration is her bliss. She sees a form in the distance. She stares at it, and it moves, undulating, vertically. Channel of light. That poem really is very exciting to me in a certain way. I mean, there's only, I think, about 75 poems in here. It goes to page 77. I mean, these are meant to be read over and over. There's no, in poetry, there's no information. There's no advancement. There's really, doesn't take you anywhere as far as the ego consciousness is concerned. But it can take you somewhere as far as the not doing consciousness is concerned, the transcendental consciousness can sort of catapult you into that. That's what it advertises itself as. There's a description somewhere here online. Yeah, I got my copy on Lulu. The description of the book is poetry meant to catapult the human into their true state of wild ecstasy. Very interesting. Yeah, I first learned about this book. I was at the UCLA library years ago when I was traveling in Los Angeles, and the book was there in the poetry section in the UCLA library. And it was published under a different title, Poems of Primitivism and Oblivion, by somebody named Adam Grupp. But I think these are the same poems. In the Jeffrey Grupp book here, Poems of Ecstasy and Blinding Light. Here's another one, page 43. I probably shouldn't read too many of these, or else I'll read the whole book. Here's one called Urchin, like, as in sea urchin. Pleomorphic creature, spiny spheroid blue ball, silver spikes emanating from its dark firmament body, vital force, geometric biospace, energy concentration, and a quiet dark cave, hidden terminal. The new world has opened. Wow. All right, let me just read one more. I just picked one randomly here. Page 38. Pighead is the name of this amazing poem. When moving to the still part of the glade, docile, uncoordinated beasts appear. Tomorrow we shall be different. That's in quotes, as if they yelled that. The beasts yelled that. Hunters, drums, carnival performers coming toward us, wearing pig heads and masks, created out of nothingness, of dust and the dead. I am liberated. Transpiration. Pyre there is spelled like as in funeral pyre. The perennium. Art religion. Marching clowns with colored lips and painted faces. Humans fused into one. Superimposed. Looking out through one another. So anyway, I don't know. Maybe you like this kind of thing. Maybe you don't. But if you're in the vibe of the Kush Philosophy radio show, this probably is of interest to you. So in other words, if you're not interested in doing anything or going anywhere, you're just interested in getting as much happiness and fulfillment in the moment as you can, these poems might be of interest to you. Anyway, that's all for now. Try to catch my show later today. It could be postponed to tomorrow or Wednesday. Anyway, this is the Kush Philosopher and the Kush Philosophy radio show. Talk to you soon.